Coming up, how elected officials in Arizona are banding together to protect health care, and what they hope to hear during the State of the Union address.
Plus, why an Arizona Attorney General is arguing to uphold the 2019 public charge rule before the Supreme Court.
And later, snow is falling up north and roads are dangerous. We'll tell you when this winter storm will move out.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News on Arizona PBS. I'm Mia Marquez.
And I'm Molly McBride. Thank you for joining us. According to the latest census report, more than 11% of Arizonans are without health insurance. Today, a group of healthcare advocates joined with politicians to discuss ways to solve this problem. This morning, Congressman Ruben Gallego, the director of Protect Our Care Arizona, and healthcare advocates met virtually to discuss their hopes for President Biden's State of the Union address. Gallego says that he expects Biden to address the need to lower the cost of health insurance, specifically highlighting the need for Congress to pass the Build Back Better Act.
We can be doing more, and we should be doing more. We need to lower the cost of drugs and healthcare in general. Through the American Rescue Plan, we provide subsidies for people to actually get affordable plans, and we need to continue that.
Kathy Salisbury, an Arizona advocate and patient, spoke about how healthcare has impacted her life. She fell ill and found herself disabled and unable to work. She wasn't taking prescribed medication because she couldn't afford it.
It was essential to live in order to have a quality of life, not only for myself, but for my family.
Today, she used her story to advocate for affordable health care.
Good health care and affordable health care shouldn't be treated like a gift. It should be able to be accessed and given to everyone.
President Biden's State of the Union address is next Tuesday, March 1st.
American truckers launched a transcontinental movement today in California. Cronkite News reporter John Brown takes a look at what the movement wants and how this could affect American roads.
It's called the People's Convoy. They say they want freedom and unity, and they feel the only way to do this is to protest. Truckers started their cross-country movement in Adelanto, California, just northeast of Los Angeles. They are protesting COVID-19 restrictions, vaccines, and a call for change. Recently, truckers in Canada have protested restrictions causing massive disruptions in their capital. The convoy plans to travel into the D.C. area next week, and the Department of Defense has approved the use of 700 National Guard members for the traffic support if needed. And let's take a look at where the convoy is traveling. As they make their way from California, they will arrive in Arizona tonight and travel across the state tomorrow. And as we can see, the truckers will travel straight across the country with more stops in Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Indiana, Ohio, and Maryland. And on the last day of the movement, truckers will arrive in the D.C. area. At the Google touchscreen, John Brown, Cronkite News.
One of the Trump-era rules that the Biden administration did away with was the public charge rule, which let the U.S. turn away some immigrants who couldn't prove they could get by in this country without public assistance. But that was not the end of the rule, as Alexia Stanbridge reports from our Washington bureau.
Just because the Biden administration wants to drop the Trump-era public charge rule doesn't mean the states agree. And the Arizona Attorney General Mark Brnovich told the Supreme Court today that the states should be allowed to press the charge if the feds won't.
From the other side, even if people from California state acknowledge that, states generally should have the ability to intervene when the federal government won't do its job.
Brnovich said the government did not do its job last year when courts blocked the public charge rule. Instead of beginning the complex process of doing away with the policy, the Biden administration just let the court's ruling stand, effectively killing the public charge rule.
There literally was 4 Court of Appeals decisions that were floating around out there, and then the Biden administration took the unprecedented step of basically dismissing all those cases after the U.S. Supreme Court had granted certiorari in the cases.
But Justice Clarence Thomas asked why a new administration should not be allowed to adopt new policies.
The new administration often changes its position in cases. So what's different from this case in which the administration declines to appeal an adverse ruling?
Justices appeared skeptical of Brnovich's claims, pressing him repeatedly on whether there were better ways for the state to pursue its case. But Brnovich said he's cautiously optimistic.
They had a tough time justifying and explaining what they did, and quite frankly, it was a little sneaky, and I think the justices saw that.
The Supreme Court is expected to issue its ruling by this summer. In Washington, Alexia Stambridge, Cronkite News.
That states could face $1 billion in additional costs without the public charge rule in place. But a Justice Department attorney called that claim just wrong. In the year the rule was in effect, he said just 5 of the more than 50,000 immigrants who applied for a change in their immigration status could not meet the public charge rule.
When it comes to gun laws, a National Law Center says that Arizona is one of the worst in the country. The state received an F grade as a part of its nationwide annual gun law scorecard. The Giffords Law Center presented the state with the failing grade for 2021. They cite that the grade comes from the state's dangerously weak gun laws. The center, whose mission is to prevent gun violence, reviewed gun legislation across all 50 states. Arizona ranked number 42 in gun safety strength, and number 20 in overall gun deaths. The state also has a gun death rate 22% above the national average. Arizona was one of the 24 states to receive an F grade.
An Arizona dreamer has reached Broadway. Coming up, we will share how he took his journey to Broadway to inspire others.
And we'll have the latest on the winter storm blowing through the northern part of the state, causing road closures and travel warnings.
Your favorite member benefit is getting better and bigger.
This is wonderful.
Over the next year, Passport is adding new shows and doubling the number of episodes for you to stream.
They give us all that they've got.
From your favorite cooking and travel series,
even the stairs are breathtaking,
to history specials and award-winning documentaries, better and bigger.
That really is the fun part.
Stream on any device with Passport on the PBS Video app.
The Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication's Phoenix Sports Bureau provides students with hands-on learning experiences and opportunities in sports journalism. From covering local high schools, colleges, and the pros, students get the opportunity to go live from our Facebook shows covering local, collegiate, and pro sports in the Valley. From digital reporting, broadcast, social media, and producing, there's opportunities for all. For more, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.
A Phoenix resident had a dream in mind, but when he thought he was ready to achieve it, that dream fell apart. Cronkite News reporter Liz Flores tells us how the story of this Arizona dreamer reaches Broadway and inspires thousands.
It is a story of perseverance and courage, a story of what it means to be a dreamer. It's called one of the most ambitious works from Phoenix. Americano is the story of Tony Valdovinos, the child of immigrants who discovers his undocumented status when he tries to accomplish his dream of being part of the Marines. His lifelong dream vanishes. He confronts his family, his heritage, and a divided country.
Standing in front of you, sharing my story, and going to New York with these gentlemen has been a privilege, but also a responsibility to continue representing dreamers that haven't had the opportunities to give their talents and skills and join the workforce.
In a recent event, Chicanos por la Causa welcomed Valdovinos and the production team. They emphasized the importance of this musical.
We're fighting here locally on different issues. We recently were in a battle about taking back to the Arizona voters the ability for dreamers and DACA students to pay in-state tuition. Again, pay. We're not asking for anything for free.
According to the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, as of June 2020, in Arizona, there are over 24,000 DACA recipients. This coming November bill, SCR 1044, will ask Arizona to vote yes or no on in-state tuition for undocumented students. Valdovino says in Spanish, this will be a good chance to help DACA recipients.
It means they will not pay $300 more than the state asked for them years ago to people who couldn't prove citizenship.
Now Valdovinos hopes he can inspire others through his story.
So I hope that in my actions to find another way to serve, hopefully dreamers who are lost, as I was, find some sort of direction that there is hope. You got to stay on your feet and you got to keep fighting.
Jonathan Rosenberg and Fernanda Santos co-wrote the story. Michael Bernard and singer Carrie Rodriguez composed music for the play. The play's first performance is on March 31st. You can find more information about Americano, the musical play, at americanothemusical.com. In the newsroom, Liz Flores, Cronkite News.
A federal court ruled a uranium mine near the Grand Canyon can continue to operate, even though it sits on land that the federal government declared is off limits to new mining. The area known as the Pinyon Plain Mine was grandfathered in, according to the ruling. The court rejected claims by the tribal and environmental groups who argued they shouldn't have ignored costs that can't be recovered when determining whether the mine could be profitable. Operations at the mine were stalled for decades due to the lowering uranium market. U.S. Interior Secretary Deb Haaland visited Arizona to announce that the Biden administration will use $1.7 billion in funding to improve water infrastructure for Native American communities. The money will be used to fund 16 tribal water settlements. It comes after a lack of funding for infrastructure prevented the tribes from getting access to water like they were promised. Some tribes receiving settlements this year include the Gila River Indian Community, the White Mountain Apache Tribe, and the Navajo-Utah Water Rights Settlement.
A storm brought rain to the valley and snow to the high country in Arizona. Peyton Major is with us now to tell us how the storm has impacted the state.
Here in the valley, we have seen a soggy Wednesday, but the high country has experienced freezing conditions, heavy snow accumulations, and icy roadways. The skiers at Arizona Snow Bowl seem to be enjoying the new snow. This is their gondola camera from earlier today. They have already seen 12 inches of snow accumulation in the last 24 hours. Elevations above 4,000 feet saw at least an inch of snow, with the greatest snowfall along portions of the rim and in the White Mountains. There have also been many reports of road closures up north, including parts of I-40 and State Route 87. The Arizona Department of Transportation strongly advises motorists to delay all non-essential travel until after the storm passes. And this cold front that passed through last night dipped temperatures dramatically today and for the rest of tomorrow. We have pretty windy conditions, and of course that rain is coming from this huge low pressure system hanging over the state. But by tomorrow, it'll clear out. Following that cold front will be cold, dry air, so we can expect these chilly temperatures to continue over the next couple of days. However, this next weekend, we have a high pressure system moving in, sending temperatures back up into our average, what we're used to this time of year. For the rest of this evening, will there be more rain? Actually, not that much. We've pretty much rained out that low pressure system. We might see a few sprinkles over the next hour or so, and the rest of the night, it'll kind of trickle off. But those temperatures will start dropping dramatically, 47 at 10 p.m. But just you wait for the low temperatures tonight. We are going to get chilly. 38 in Phoenix, 31 below freezing in Tucson, and even single digits up there in Flagstaff and the Grand Canyon. Perfect conditions to keep that snow sticking around for the next couple days. Again, if you had planned travel tomorrow to the north or the high country, please reconsider your plans just because those roadways will continue to be icy and snowy. Tomorrow, we're still going to be chilly, just below 60s for most of the state, 59 for Phoenix, 57 in Tucson, just above 60 over in the west, and right above freezing in the north, maybe melting a little bit of that snow, but we'll see how much sticks around. The next 3 days, we're going to have a pretty chilly start, maybe some mid to upper level clouds. But like I said, it's going to start heating up. And when I say heating up, it's going to heat up quite a lot. If you start on Sunday, we're seeing 75 degrees, but even Wednesday, we are 15 degrees above average, 87 degrees for Wednesday and Thursday. So if you like the cold temperatures, enjoy the next couple of days, but we've got something for everyone. If you like the sunshine, just gotta wait about a week. In the Cronkite Weather Center, I'm Peyton Major.
I'm Zachary Larson. Coming up after the break, I'll have your Cronkite Sports Report. A half-court buzzer-beater shot sends a team to the state championship that grabs everyone's attention.
Your favorite member benefit is getting better and bigger.
This is wonderful.
Over the next year, Passport is adding new shows and doubling the number of episodes for you to stream.
They give us all that they've got.
From your favorite cooking and travel series.
Even the stairs are breathtaking.
To history specials and award-winning documentaries. Better and bigger.
That really is the fun part.
Stream on any device with Passport on the PBS Video app.
The Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication's Phoenix Sports Bureau provides students with hands-on learning experiences and opportunities in sports journalism. From covering local high schools, colleges, and the pros, students get the opportunity to go live from our Facebook shows covering local, collegiate, and pro sports in the Valley. From digital reporting, broadcast, social media, and producing, there's opportunities for all. For more, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.
Welcome back to Cronkite News. I'm Zachary Larson, and this is your Cronkite Sports Report. PGA golfer and ASU alum Phil Mickelson came out with an apology on Twitter after his comments about the PGA Tour and the Saudi Golf League made headlines. Mickelson tweeted the apology in which he said, quote, "It was reckless. I offended people, and I am deeply sorry for my choice of words. I'm beyond disappointed and will make every effort to self-reflect and learn from this," end quote. Fellow PGA Tour competitor Max Homa hopes the apology is sincere.
We all say things and maybe it doesn't come out the way we mean it. So hopefully he can kind of bounce back a bit because he has done a ton for all of us and a ton for the game. And when I was coming up as a young professional, he did a lot for me too, just personally.
Following his comments, Mickelson lost his sponsorship with KPMG. Continuing in the golf world, the PGA Tour moved to the West Coast this past weekend. Fans were treated to a star-studded lineup featuring the world's #1 ranked player and former Sun Devil Jon Rahm. Cronkite News reporter Joy Vaca in our LA bureau takes us out to the links.
For the first time since 2020, fans were welcomed back to the Riviera Country Club this weekend for the 2022 Genesis Invitational, the PGA's LA pit stop. When it comes to crowds, the Invitational's sister tournament played a week earlier may have set the bar high. But fans here were excited to be back on the pristine course in the Pacific Palisades to see the tournament.
Seems like everyone's really excited, just here to have a good time, and it seems like everyone's really grateful to be back on the course and be able to experience an elevated golf tournament like this.
I see a lot of people are happy to be out though, like I always say. Good weather, get out and have some fun and watch some golf.
For some, this weekend was an opportunity for more than just watching golf.
Well, I honestly don't feel like I've been totally alive for the last 2 years, and so I feel alive. It feels great to be out and not be super nervous. It's good to be back doing stuff.
Now, while here at Riviera beers might stay in hand, make no mistake, the fans really are back in full force, but they aren't the only ones excited about their return.
Yeah, that's the coolest part, man. It gives me a little buzz and
boost of energy, and it just was added to a fun day as it was going to be without anybody here.
But whether it was the elevated golf play or elevated temperatures, rushing back to Riviera marked another step towards normalcy for Southern California sports fans and residents alike. In Los Angeles, Joey Vaca, Cronkite News.
The Emory Riddle flight team has been around for over 40 years. The team competes against other schools in landings, navigation, and message drops. Cronkite News reporter Ryan Blank has more on the soaring Golden Eagles program.
In the heart of Prescott, Arizona, lies the Emory Riddle flight team. The Golden Eagles have seen growth in their program in each of the past 5 years, but this year put the team at a number they've never seen before.
We started this year with about 40 students, which is huge. It's the largest team we've ever had. One of the big draws for a lot of students is after a year on the team, you get free flying. And for a lot of people, that's huge.
Emory Riddle Prescott, as well as our campus in Daytona Beach, are the highest level of certification possible in the aviation training industry. We attract a lot of students by what we offer in terms of a quality of a program.
The Golden Eagles attract students from all over the country who have a passion for flying. With their reputation, more students want to be a part of the program.
The biggest thing that brought me to Emory Riddle was knowing that it was the best. I didn't realize exactly where it was going to take me, but I did know that wherever it was taking me was going to be the best in that industry.
Like Alabama in college football and Duke in basketball, Emory Riddle showcases dominance. The Golden Eagles have won 35 consecutive regional championships and have been crowned national champs 13 times.
We are expected as a team to go out and win regionals every year. We are expected to go out and win national championships every year. People want to be the best, and they see it all over campus. When you walk on campus, you see the numerous championship plaques, and people want to be a part of the best.
With the high expectations set for the team, the reigning national champions have a common mentality for competition this year.
A national championship is won and lost by 1 point. It's won and lost by 1 foot. If you want to be successful, the flight department will provide the tools.
The Golden Eagles are focused on their regional championships that start later this month with a goal of nothing less than their 36th straight championship. In Prescott, Ryan Blank, Cronkite News.
Now to high school playoff basketball. What a finish in the Mesquite-St. Mary's 4A semifinals game. Mesquite was down by 2 points with 2.3 seconds left. St. Mary's Styles Phillips inbounded the ball and made a long pass down the court, but Mesquite's Nate Calmise came away with it and let it fly from beyond half court and drained it for the dramatic win.
It was actually crazy. When the shot went up, it was all in slow motion, and when it went in, I was trying to run to the locker room, but I got trapped, so I just went for the wall. And just seeing all my family and all my friends, my teammates just, happy surrounding me, it's just a great feeling, honestly.
As both a player and as a coach, I've never been involved in something like that. I've only seen it, here and there occasionally on TV or on Sports Center. But I've never been involved in a turnaround like that.
And now Mesquite will play South Point for the state championship on Monday. That's all for today's Cronkite Sports Report. Back to you, Mia and Molly.
The Phoenix Zoo welcomed new baby animals to the family. After the break, we'll give you a look at the adorable baby giraffe.
Cronkite News is more than your local news station. Through our innovative ideas, we create new ways to connect with our viewers and have their stories be heard. Our cutting-edge technology allows us to take a deeper dive into seeking the truth and delivering new perspectives. Stay up to date on top Arizona stories anytime on TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook at Cronkite News.
It's prime time on your time. Watch Prime Afternoons every weekday on Arizona PBS. Did you miss a show in the evening? Then catch up on Prime Afternoons, your favorite dramas.
No more bloody heroics.
Antiques Roadshow.
Really?
Nature and Nova.
It's time to reintroduce some wonder into this miracle of nature.
All of the best from PBS on Prime Afternoons. Weekdays starting at 1:30, only on Arizona PBS.
Every day I wake up, my first thought is, how can I serve this community?
The biggest hurdle was not taking PTSD personally.
Would you welcome, please, the amazing.
Everybody that watches this, they say that I am the greatest that they've ever seen.
Here we go. Lights up. Whoa.
As artists, we conduct our educations in public. You can never know whether it's going to be a success. One just has to risk it.
It's you and the work and the place. It's a very particular relationship.
Here's our lens. Tell us what you think.
Friday night at 9 on Arizona PBS.
The Phoenix Zoo welcomed a baby giraffe to the family. The female Maasai giraffe was born at nearly 6 feet tall and 150 pounds, according to zoo officials. She will spend a few weeks off exhibit with her mom, Sunshine, for some much-needed bonding time. The zoo announced the birth of 2 other animals, an Arabian oryx calf and a desert bighorn ram recently.
That's it for Cronkite News tonight. Thanks for joining us. For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.